Okay, so this question was left on the video I did about white women trauma and the analogy I used of small dogs and the way that they are both coddled and mistreated and how it makes them like very insecure and fearful and aggressive. So if you want to go context for that, you can go watch. I do want to kind of expand on that just a second. I had a few people in the comments wanting to clarify with me that when I said that there is no consequences for small dog anger, that I meant there was no consequences to the dog, and you are absolutely correct. There are and can be serious consequences to small dog aggression, just not to the dog. Any dog bite can get infected. Small dogs have taken off like bits of fingers before. This is not a benign anger. As much as it's dismissed and kind of ignored by the owners and by other people who don't understand dogs, it is not a benign anger. The other consequences, one of the other consequences that someone pointed out in my comment section is that larger dogs, especially dogs like Rottweilers and Pit Bulls, are often labeled aggressive solely for the way that they react to being like attacked by an angry small dog. So, you can apply that metaphor as you wish. But this question says, how do we deconstruct and move away from the small dog patterns? Well, unfortunately, that's where the analogy breaks down because, we can't really hire trainers to work with us every day and make sure that we're not like neurotic. That would be so funny. We have to retrain ourselves, and it is our responsibility to retrain ourselves. We may not have done this to ourselves initially, but that does not mean that it is not our job to make sure that what was done to us does not cause harm to the people around us. It's a lot like reparenting yourself. I'm the child of emotionally immature parents. My parents loved me, but there were definite issues, and I had to learn to reparent myself so that I didn't pass that on to my kid. And in a similar way, I think anyone who identifies with this particular trauma, I think we just have to retrain ourselves, put ourselves in situations that we're not comfortable with. Kind of keep an eye out for our own reactive behavior and our own instinct to lash out and our own fear and recognize when that is happening. Learn to regulate our own emotions. And that's really hard, especially since, as we've discussed, a lot of women don't have anybody that they trust to be a safe space for them to do that. But it is our responsibility to do that. And it is something, there's really no way around it. So unfortunately, that's kind of sucks, but that's how it is. If anyone wants to discuss in the comments concrete ways to do it, I find therapy to be helpful. But we're open to suggestions.